Hey guys, welcome back to Untitled Treehouse Live at E3 Day 3. I'm here with Eric Smith, and first time we're seeing Chris Pranger up here. He is here because he is our Treehouse Star Fox Zero ace pilot.
The man at this game.
And
so,
he's about to, we've shown some Star Fox Zero gameplay, but he's about to show us how to really push that R-Wing to the limit.
I am going to do my best because I've seen a lot of people play out here in E3, and it's tricky to learn the controls right away because they do take some getting time to get used to.
Right.
Since you got to learn to fly with one stick and then aim around with the gamepad, and so it's like it's just a whole thing.
It was hard.
Why don't you get right into it?
I was like, man, I am terrible at this game. But it took a little time, you know, a couple times through, and like it just clicked, and it feels really good.
And man, once it clicks, and you can do some really cool stuff, and that's what Chris is here to show off.
Let's jump into this.
Let's make this happen.
All right. So we're going to open the wings, and we're going to start this.
And, you know, it's one thing to get through a Star Fox mission. It's another thing to get through it with a sweet, sweet high score. So Chris is going to sort of see if we can set a new show-fuller record here on Corneria.
You better.
So the main thing I'm going to be focusing on here is effective braking, charge shots, and like hitting combos. Because if you charge on and you lock onto an enemy, you'll actually hit and get more damage if it takes out like a bunch all at once. So I'm actually going to be looking at the gamepad a lot so I can see directly in front of me.
Right. Yeah, because otherwise, like, the R-Wing's kind of obscuring your view a little bit.
Yeah.
And every time you see him get that hit +2, that means he not only got the score for shooting down those enemies, but he got a bonus score. And that's the key to really racking up those big scores in Star Fox games. It's not just taking down the enemies you see, but taking them down in those charge shot combos.
Right. Yeah, anytime you can take out a group of enemies, you're usually going to get some sort of score bonus.
Yeah. Oh, nice work with the break there to snag that gold ring.
So it's really tricky if you're just using the gamepad because you kind of lose the scope of like where you are in relation to things.
Right.
And so that's why it looks like I'm bouncing off of everything, is because I'm too focused on the gamepad. And so you really have to learn to use both effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to think it really sort of feels like, I don't know what it's actually like to fly a plane, but it's cool because like it's like if you're in a cockpit and you look with your head over to the left or right, you're able to like take a lot more view than like normally you would get from just like a third-person perspective when you're really having to move the whole ship to shoot.
Sure. Sometimes something will pass by so quick that it kind of disappears from the TV screen. But if you were, you know, zipped to look at it with the gamepad through the cockpit, you could still actually hit them. Yeah,
and Chris is doing a great job here braking to sort of rack up the combos. Because this is like this style of mission is like, it's not on rails, but it's guiding you through a thing, but you have a lot of control within that.
Right.
And to really take everything out, you have to do a great job like boosting and braking and going up and down and really sort of seeking out all those enemies that you wouldn't necessarily have to destroy to get through the mission.
Yeah.
But if you're playing for score attack, then you really got to rack it up. Oh, nice barrel roll, Chris.
He's got 2 of those gold rings. He's looking for that third one.
I know where the third one is. It's a little ways into the stage. See, I've already missed some enemies because I'm not paying attention.
Because you're talking.
I'm talking. And here, I can actually take down at least one of these little guys there. See, I got one of them. You can't lock onto that guy in the demo, so you got to know he's there, so you're really taking him out. All right, phase 1 is complete.
Nice work. 124, how does that rack up? 124, are you looking good right now?
It's not too bad. The demo goes to 150 as a high score. Yesterday I tried it out and my final score was 201, which is pretty respectable, I'd like to say.
Well, I think at this point you just put the pressure on. If you don't beat 201 here, I think...
Switching to all range mode.
Here's where I can start really getting some extra combos. Because all I have to do is knock down 10 enemies here, but I can shoot down many more than just 10. Like I've already hit the 10, and they're going to start leaving. But as they're leaving, I can start still shooting them down. Like so, they're retreating.
Yeah.
But they're not getting away.
Oh, that was. One guy was like, I'm free. I made it. No.
All his friends are not, though.
So I think one got away. Normally, it'll be like a dozen. So not really honorable, but we're going for high scores. There's no honor in high scores.
There's no Andros himself. I don't think has any honor. So
Use your gyro controls.
While I'm here, I might as well go get that last gold ring.
Yeah.
Complete that little. All three.
There's more coming from the shoreline. Watch out.
I'm ready for a little. I'm waiting for a little something, Chris. I think it might be time to.
I really love using the precision aiming for these. It's like I'm going to fly over and then just shoot straight down. And it kind of gives me that. I feel like I'm flying over and like shooting straight down in a bombing run.
Right.
I love it.
And there should be some more guys crawling from over here.
So is Pepe actually helping you here, or is he just kind of flying around in circles? Because it seems like you're doing all the work.
And running around as the walker is pretty effective here because it's easy to fly over one on accident.
Right. But this allows you to slow down and kind of.
Exactly.
Yes, way to go.
Exactly.
Shooting, Fox.
All right, phase 2 is complete. No, that must be it, huh?
185. Pretty
185,
good.
that's pretty hot.
Still, I got some more combos in phase 2, but I did miss a lot in phase 1, and for that, I am eternally shamed.
I noticed you didn't pick up that laser pickup. Are you already at full
I already got
strength?
one. Yeah, I already have my hyper laser, so
Nice.
I'm
Target
good
mode
to go.
engaged. Let's take down that enemy ship.
Okay, now I really want to use the gamepad for this, because on the TV screen, I have the target view. And what's really fun here is I can take down the lasers, but I can turn into the walker and just run around the top and just kind of
you
mess
almost got
around,
blasted there,
like
though.
Use your gyro.
shoot down their little cannons here.
I know. I feel like when Andros built this ship, he didn't plan on the walker. I feel like Star Fox is one step ahead of him with the walker transformation.
Get some rings up here.
So are you still getting hits for those?
So
turrets
those
on
ones,
top?
no, the turrets won't give me any hits, but they will give me silver rings to replenish my health if I want. Let's see if I can get some missiles to follow me.
Yeah, this.
Look at that cinematic action.
I love it. I love watching the. There's a lot of moments in this when you're really focused over there on the action, and like as a viewer, it's just really fun to watch the way it plays out because of the sort of the way they mix in all these different perspectives and points of view.
Okay, now where are those missiles? I don't think I'm going to have any missiles following me, so I'm going to go ahead and just try to finish this. Oh, took a lot of damage, but you know what? I'm going in. I'm finishing this. This guy thinks he's going to get away, and he's not. Unacceptable. So I gotta go fast because the faster you destroy a boss, the more hits you get as a result.
Let's do this.
Wow, that's pretty quick. Looks like you played this before.
A few times. All right, that boss is down.
Boom.
That should hopefully have given me 10.
We're looking
I get the plus 10.
Yes.
So I don't think I'm gonna hit 201 or better. So
So you're gonna get like 197, which
maybe 198. That's not
pretty
too
weak,
bad.
man.
It will put me
Understand.
on the top here. And I got mission accomplished because
That's
I
cool.
went inside. That's
Yeah,
how you
and that's
do
an
it.
alternate way of beating the
heading
boss.
out.
You could just
Yeah.
take him out from the outside, but you went straight to the core basically.
I'm fine.
I did.
You okay over there, Fox?
It's really satisfying if you play it through a few times and you shoot down the quadrants and he gets away, you're like, aw, man. Like, I'm going to get you later, but then you realize, no, I can get him now.
Yeah, it's cool how that beating the boss in that different way like actually affects the storyline. I mean, you actually destroy it, or you see him, like you said, fly away.
Yeah.
So 198, Chris.
198,
Wow,
that's-
you
that's
promised
the new
us
top here,
201, but I think that's still pretty good.
That's
You took
really
first
good.
place on our leaderboard
It's
here.
miserable. I mean, I already had 201, so this
So,
is pathetic. This
Let's
is
hop right into.
Don't be so-
Go ahead
don't
and
be so
hop right
hard.
into the next mission. We're gonna keep it
All
moving
right.
here.
Let's do it.
We're going to jump to Area 3.
Yeah,
We're going to have a space dogfight
Yep.
in all range mode.
I know it's gonna be Chris versus Pigma. I'm excited for this one.
I'm going to see how fast I can do this because I've seen a lot of people struggle, because, you know, dogfighting's hard, but if you know how to use target view, you can really mess them up fast.
Let's head toward the colony.
And you want to take out some of this debris. One of these pieces of debris actually has a hyper laser. There we go. That's the one I want. Okay, now we're set.
Come on, let's go, Fox.
This is Operation Cheese.
I did not
the
even
Pig.
know that laser
I didn't
was
know
there.
that.
I played through this like 10
Let's
times.
take the
I love this all
offensive.
range mode, how your wings like and lock to the outside.
Okay, so for early on, we're just shooting down as many enemies as possible. Oh, I'll even
just
fly
collided
into an
with
enemy.
that
I don't
one.
even care. That's how Star Fox rolls.
Sure.
Also like that. Ah, barrel roll.
That was pretty good, actually.
Thank you. I write for the Treehouse. So all I have to do is keep shooting down. If I take too long, Pigma will show up, or I can speed it up by shooting down enemies fast. So now
Right.
Pigma's already here, because I shot down over 15. All right, where did
Wait a
Pigma
second.
come?
Pigma,
Where is
what are
he?
you
Well,
doing
Pigma
here?
fought Eric on day one. I think that Chris is going to bring a little more heat.
There he is.
I think he
offense,
is.
but-
Hey, man, that's totally fine by me.
Okay, so normally you just see, like, where did he go? Well, if I use my target view, I will constantly see where he is. And this is where I just keep him. Like, he's not
Wow.
going to be able to get away from me
Yeah.
at all.
He's like looking just at the target view and like taking him out, not even having a reticle. He's just like,
I want to see you beat him with some sort of a charge shot
impressive.
combo though. Really working him over. Pigma has no chance right now.
Yes, I wanted that
I love
shot.
this slow motion,
that
like
was
That little
awesome.
cinematic,
Yeah.
like,
That was
slow
so
down
cool.
freeze frame.
Oh, that's
Boom.
it.
I've never
Nice.
actually seen that.
So you took him out super quick, so you got plus 30
I got
hit.
plus 30. Because,
Plus
yeah,
30, that
Pigma's
was
worth a
huge.
lot if you take him down fast.
Yeah.
That's how you cheese a pig. No chance. That's how effective target view can be in these all range mode situations.
Yeah. And you talked a little bit at the outset, but it's
Pigma
not that
really
it's
slowed us
necessarily
down. Quick, to the
like
colony.
it's like not difficult to master the different control styles, but it's giving you so many different sort of tools in your arsenal and the way you can take down the enemies that it's just sort of mastering them all and then figuring out how to like piece them all together in different ways, because
Yeah.
each mission really you can use or not use those different techniques to really advance your play.
Right.
So that was awesome, Chris. And so those are the two, for you guys watching home, those were the two missions we have here playable at E3. If you guys were here in the audience or you're going to be at the booth later, maybe you saw some techniques you can use. And we have another treat here. We have, Chris is going to play through one of the missions that is playable, that the developers brought sort of for us to play here on Treehouse Live. They're still in development. But Chris is going to be taking us through Titania.
Yeah.
And this is a really special one. This is really cool. It's going to be the Landmaster. And this is one that we actually saw. If anybody was watching day one, we had Mr. Hashimoto, the director of the game at Platinum Games. He played through and really did some cool stuff. So Chris is going to sort of take his shot for this second look at Titania.
This level is fantastic. I love that you have all this debris being thrown in the way, and some debris is being thrown that still has active cannons on it.
And then they start shooting at you.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Like right there. And the Landmaster plays differently, obviously, than the R-Wing, where I can actually lock on to 3 enemies at once if I hold down the charge shot, and I'll fire missiles as opposed to just normal shots. Here now I want to be using my aiming reticle, aiming straight up. And I want to be using a hover here for really effective gameplay, aiming straight up at these guys' weaknesses, because they're pretty tricky to shoot down.
Oh, you missed that one.
Like they have a lot of shielding all around them, so if I'm at the wrong angle, they'll just bounce around and still do damage to me.
Right.
Yeah, I think that one got past you. I don't know where he's going now, but he's going to go cause some trouble somewhere.
And so,
Thanks,
like,
Leslie.
right now, it's easier for me to turn into the Grav Master, which is my alt form. Similar to the Walker, I can just fly around.
Well, that's depleting your boost bar
It
down at
is.
the bottom.
And here, like, it's kind of dangerous because I didn't have as much mobility for those crazy buzzsaw type enemies. Which seems like Andros should just fill his whole army with those. Because in Corneria, they just showed up and cut through like 4 buildings. Just meow. That was it. Like, that's so devastating.
It's scary, man. It's like it's a psychological warfare, you know?
It is. Okay, Slippy is in trouble. I need to really motor to start helping him out. And Slippy may... Okay, he got away. Usually, I don't let Slippy get away.
And what's tricky is, like, if people maybe aren't familiar, it's similar to classic Star Fox. Slippy is actually your mechanic of the Star Fox team, and he's the one when you get to a boss fight actually analyzes it gets you their gauge or their hit points. So if Slippy had not gotten away there, you actually would have been at a disadvantage when fighting the boss.
Yeah. Everyone hates on Slippy, but you need him to see the boss's health. And he is useful in a lot of missions, so...
I'm Team Slippy. And actually, it was interesting, day one, Mr. Miyamoto actually mentioned that he loved Slippy and was sad that Slippy didn't get to be featured in the digital event. So it's nice that you saved Slippy there to highlight him here on Treehouse Live.
That was just for Miyamoto, and I wanted to get grabbed just to show that I'm being pulled in. But, I mean, come on. They're not taking me down. Here, I can shoot down a lot of these environmental hazards here. And some I can actually shoot and drop down on other enemies as a result and do extra damage to them.
That's pretty slick.
Like if I try shooting down that thing behind it, like I can take it out or just like knock one into it.
I like those giant robotic, I don't even know what they are, antelopes
giant
or something.
Robotic poodles, whatever they are.
You say poodle, I say antelope.
Okay, I'm gonna turn into my Grav Master. Is it up here? No. There's a hidden thing somewhere. Oh, it's over there. Oh, it's over there. Oh, I missed it.
Juice.
So I wanted to fly up there and get that metal.
I saw what you were looking for there.
What does the metal do? Oh, we don't know yet. Stay tuned. Some more of these enemies are popping up. I actually don't know where all the gold rings are in this stage, so that's something to find out.
You got 2 out of 3 right now, so not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay, that was phase 1. Now we're gonna go into the boss fight with the Scrapworm. So in this mission, Peppy was lost, and we had to go find him. And there he is. He was just hanging out in the sand. Maybe because there was a Scrapworm.
This is one of those moments in this Star Fox era we've been seeing so far where, like, they've done a lot with the game, but it makes the scale of the game feel that much bigger. There's moments that sort of shrink the action down to, like, sort of a microscopic view and you're in the walker, like inside of a boss or inside of an enemy base running around. Or there's these moments where everything like pans out and it's really big and sort of has this really big feel, and I love that. It really makes this whole experience feel just like fully fleshed out. Like you really are like deeper into the Star Fox universe than you've ever been before.
Okay, so he's got me, so I have to shoot that core before he gets any damage on me. And he'll have his little damaging weak points pop up, which, I mean, enemy healthcare has to be awful because they just have big glowing, like, sores all over their body all the time. Maybe that's why they're always attacking the heroes, is because the heroes have better health coverage. Like, no heroes don't have the flashing weak points.
Yeah, Andros has a little work to do figuring that out. I love this moment, too. This is so cool.
Get out of there, Chris.
Look at him right up in the mix. No fear.
No fear. I have good health coverage.
Just barrel rolling away from danger.
Oh, he's gonna... About to happen there.
All right, I think this guy, he has no chance. He's getting wrecked.
Don't count him out yet. You never know. I'm rooting for him personally.
Well, who wouldn't? I mean, he's the underdog, but he's not going home to his Scrapworm family.
That's cold.
It's cold, but space is cold, man.
107.
107.
So that looks bad, but that's in development. I assure you that was the best score anyone could get in that
really
stage.
good. You did miss that medal, though. So
I did miss the
Those
medal.
got
The
two
medal,
rings.
maybe the medal gives me like 400 hits, and that puts me over the top, and it's like, ooh, you're really good at this.
That was really cool. I think that was a fun taste of, you know, like I said, some of the missions we have playable on the show floor. A taste of one that's still in development, and it's pretty exciting to see the different ways that they're taking this game. You know, we also, if you guys missed the segment, I encourage you guys to go check out On Demand, the segment we did with the developers, Mr. Hayashi, the director of the game at Nintendo, and Mr. Hashimoto, again, from Platinum Games. It was really cool to hear those guys talk about some of the thoughts behind that. They showed us Zonus 2, which, again, we're not showing right now, but it's you guys can go check it out. And it shows a stealth element of the game, and this show, you know, we've seen some action levels. There's a lot going on here. Thank you guys for checking out this segment. This was Star Fox Zero, here with Chris and Eric. I'm Morgan. Thank you guys. Stay right here. We're going to be right back with another segment.